All right, guys, good morning. I am shooting this bright and early on Monday morning. Just wanted to get together another video to show you guys about your agendas. I've noticed that fewer and fewer of you are actually paying attention to this. So here's the thing. Don't think I'm rude, but from now on, anytime any of you email me or ask me in person, hey, what do we do in class, or what do we do on Thursday, what do we do on Friday, I'm going to refer to the agenda because that's what it's here for. Now, obviously, the last few weeks we've had a lot of things come up, whether it's been big buddies if you're seniors, or games or things that have interrupted class. I've had to move some stuff around, but hopefully this will start to get a little bit more consistent soon. So let's talk real quick about this week for you guys. This is for my AP Language and Composition class, my juniors. Okay, I'm going to do each one class and get their own thing. All right. So for you guys, Monday you're going to do a work day on your week 11 assignment. That's right there. It's the notes for your 7 sources that we discussed on pages 167 through 173. As I pointed out, and I got to read this to you again, this in-class work time is for getting assistance from me, not for studying for other classes or playing on your phones. This is not Among Us time. It's not Snapchat time. It is work time, pure and simple. Now, if you're finished, come show me that. I can go ahead and grade your work, and you can work on something else. You do lose points, and please, it's not a discussion to be had. If you lose points because you're not paying attention and you're unfocused, that's just what happens on your participation grades. Okay, that's what they're there for. Okay. Tuesday, tomorrow, we're going to do a couple of things, all right? First of all, we're going to start about, how you would present a synthesis essay. This is our last little part of this before we move into our units that deal with specific topics. Like for you guys, we're going to do, I believe it's community and the economy maybe is the first set, so we're going to look at that. So we're also going to discuss the synthesis essay you're going to be working on, all right? So you're going to be it says you're going to be expected to develop topic free writes and working thesis statements. I'll show you how to do all of that. All right. That's also your assignment for this week. That's on there. And there's also in green, if you'll notice, it says required reading for tomorrow. This is not optional. This is not one of those, Mr. Morris, I was busy, or Mr. Morris, my brother-in-law stopped by the house and we didn't get done talking. None of that. Okay. You have to read it. I'll be honest, you don't have to read all 14 pages. We're probably going to get through the first 7 or 8, but you've got to at least get through that from Letter from Birmingham Jail from Martin Luther King. It's in your textbook. It's on pages 280 through 294. It's 14 pages. First of all, you should be able to do that in an AP class. That is a required element of this class, is being able to actually do the readings, okay? So you haven't had to do much up until now. And I know that may have made a few of you a little lazy, but this is an element of the class. And if that's not something you can do, we need to move you out before second semester. I realize you got to finish out this quarter, but if the readings are going to be too much for you and 14 pages, which is not that much, is going to be too much for you, we need to move you into honors, okay? So let me know if that's an issue. The other thing, just to give you a heads up, is that you need to be getting a copy of this book. We're going to use this a lot coming up. I know I've got a picture down here. Here, maybe I can just pull this up a little real quick. All right, so we'll increase it and then we'll shrink it back down. All right. It's called Thank You for Arguing by Jay Heinrichs. And the ISBN number's on the back here. I know you can't see it, but I did put it in your on your agenda. I forget where. I'll look for it when we're going through it, but this is on there. This book is something we're going to use very, very much over this next little bit, because really, like I said, we're going to be getting into more about individual concept things like that, like education and politics and things like that, and essays about those. And so we're going to need this book so that we can keep going back and talking about the technical parts of what we're doing. Okay? It's a great book. It's very easy to read, very intelligent. You'll like it. You need to have it by, let's say, Thanksgiving. I think it's the day I gave you. Yeah, we will need it after Thanksgiving, so you have to get it. Don't tell me you couldn't. You're being told now. If you look down there on Wednesday, it tells you right there in capital letters, right here, the ISBN number, what you'll need, the name of it, everything. Okay, so make sure you're working on that. So Wednesday, we're going to start on the community and economy essays. All these essays deal with that. We're going to look at how authors set it up. I gave you a good example here. We're going to do the first half of Letter from Birmingham Jail, which is a massively important work that was done by Martin Luther King Jr., and this is what we're going to look at least to start. Noticing how we're practicing using logos, claims of fact, policy, counterclaims, all those things we've talked about leading up to this. We're going to kind of start identifying them for this unit, and then we're going to start looking more and more into the nuts and bolts of how they work in upcoming ones, okay? So Wednesday, there's all of that. I laid it out for you paragraph by paragraph, what I saw, and that's just on a first read through. So there's probably more we may pick up as we look at it. Then on Thursday, we'll do the second half of Letter from Birmingham Jail. I did not give you all of the paragraph notes this time. I'm going to leave that for you to do. It's not a graded assignment, but it would be good practice for you, okay? And the goal here is not to read this word for word, although we may have to here to start with. Remember, your reading is what should carry us through this so that we can sit down and we can talk about it, all right? If you don't do the reading, you will be behind, because if we don't read the section and I just say, okay, show me where we saw pathos in paragraph 14, people stop to talk about that, you need to know what we're talking about, okay? Friday is an essay conference day. This is where I'm going to look at each of your thesis statements, and then we're also, and I'm going to tell you whether they're good or not, and then we're also going to set up intros and outlines. I have a due date for your paper here. It is November 13th. I have a lot due November 13th coming up, okay? Both AP classes have papers due November 13th, so that's 29 papers, and then I have projects in all of my honors classes, which is, about 50 projects. So a lot due that day. Please make sure you're getting that done. The regular classes have essays due the next week. So that'll be another 35 essays. So I need you to make sure you get these in so I can get them graded, okay? This kind of gives you the long and short of this week, all right? There's not much to it. Hopefully there's not a lot of interruptions this week. I know Thursday there's a game, but it's local, so it shouldn't cause us a problem. Friday, I know it's the day after a game, since we have a Thursday game. I know a lot of people are tempted to lay out that day. You need to get here, and you need to be here for school so that if you aren't, I can see your thesis and you can send it to me. Any day that you're out, that you are going to be available to do Zoom, you have to let me know so I can make sure you get in here for that. I don't record classes for AP, I'm going to do that next year, but this year I have to concentrate on the other ones because I have at-home students there. So please make sure that you give me a chance to let you in on these Zooms, okay? All right, guys. Well, that should cover this week. So hopefully you're ready for a good week. I know I am. And I will see you in just a few hours, actually. All right. So have a wonderful, wonderful school day.